Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. This is the inside of the Ninja's car, the driving dojo, if you will. If you guys are new to this channel, I want you to please watch this for at least a couple minutes so I can get this information out, because I think this is insanely valuable information and it's very serious warning. That's why I wanted to do it in the car, a little bit more personal. But it's really bad news, but also it's very good news, because if you do something about it, you're going to be really blessed. It's actually going to make you a lot of money. All right. Um, Everything that I've been warning about now for a year and a half on the internet is coming to pass. I'm going to do a video about deflation, how that's already started, even though everyone's roaring about inflation. It's just a normal cycle in economics. But today we're talking about food and the need to get ready right now. There are very serious things happening around the world, and one of them has been happening in the United States, and is an attack on our food supply. And it's coming in a sort of multifaceted type of way. And I've been telling people you need to store up food right now. About 6 months to a year ago, when I was talking about, actually it was a year ago, when I said lumber prices are going to collapse by midsummer, because people by August are going to care more about the high fuel prices, because those are going to start rising, and food prices. If you guys have been along with me that long, please do me a favor and let the people know in the comment section I said it. I don't do a lot of editing. I've made like 1,700 videos in the last year and a half to get all these different warnings out, and now they're coming to pass, right? And so a year ago when I was saying buy food, it was, I mean, I know what's about to happen, and it's very scary, but also very exciting, because it's an opportunity. If you're not looking at all these things that are crashing down around you as opportunities, then I want you to, okay? Because we need to get your frame of mind changed. But back then, to store up food was to just beat inflation. Like, hey, you want to beat the stock market? Just buy a can of vegetables and watch the percentage of gain of the can of vegetables will go up at a higher pace than the stock market. And that has been correct. And uh, now I just have been doing some videos on the mysterious fires or explosions all around the country. And just, it's happening all around the world, okay? But I'm focusing on the United States for everyone that's following this channel outside. You guys have got your own stuff going on, and there's only so many hours in the day to warn everybody. But it is happening all over the world. But in the US, these food processing plants, both meat processing, vegetable processing, um, even prepackaged food processing plants they're just mysteriously burning down. And we started sounding the alarm about that a couple months ago. And then even the FBI came out with an alert and said, hey, there's like these weird cyber attacks. We have a feeling they're leading to all these fires. There's a lot of stuff going on. And it's not just that, it's also policies that are being put in place. And I want people to understand this. It's being done intentionally to put us into a position where we're needing more food. You also have, on top of that, the supply chain disaster that is going on right now. And it's going to get worse going into this next year. And our whole world is transitioning. Our entire financial system worldwide is transitioning. So there's always pain during these times. And I want people to understand how severe it is. Now, the reason why this is a blessing is because when you know that there's, I'll give you an example. If you know that there's a fire ripping towards your house, well, that's actually a bad example, because I know this from experience. A lot of people sit around and try and save their house only to watch their house burn down and possibly them perish in the fire. I've seen that personally. But I'll give you an example. Nobody argues with the tornado. All right. So a tornado is coming. You watch it touch down and you see it coming towards your house. I don't see anyone standing in the way of the tornado and going, don't touch my house, or I'm going to, sprinkle some water on my house and the tornado is going to go away. What do? They run into their cellar and watch the house usually get ripped right off the foundation. And then they appear like an hour later out of the cellar and they're still alive, thank heavens. Or they get in their car and they get the crap out of town, because you can't argue with the tornado. Well, what's happening right now is akin to a tornado. The world's food supply is drastically imploding, and it is getting really bad really fast. You have not only, mysterious fires, but you have geopolitical threats and war that are shutting off key shipping lanes. Farmers, the lack of fertilizer, unable to plant, literally straight up unable to. And I want you to understand this. For anyone that would be a real smart person, right? Which, I mean, like, they're an idiot, would comment, well, my grocery store's full. Well, you are an idiot, because what's happening is the proof of the food shortage is the price is going up. You see, prices wouldn't go up if there was a plethora of food. If there was just a ton of food out there, prices wouldn't go up, because it's straight up supply and demand, okay? So that is a fact. So if your store is full, but your prices have doubled, well, it means there's less food out there. And there will be a day where there's less food on your shelves. So, and I only say like moron or idiot just to totally insult those people, because you got to call a spade a spade. There's a lot of dumb people out in this world. And what I'm trying to do is wake up the good people, right? You can't wake up an idiot. I rarely ever in my life found a moron that has changed their ways. They grow up a moron, they just sort of stay a moron. But there's good people that are just, and ignorant is not the right word. It is just does not have an understanding of how certain dynamics work. And because they're good people, they listen and they think more than they speak. So they get to learn. And that's why they become even more successful. So those are the people that I'm talking to right now. And if you're that type of person that understands that things are changing and you may not know everything, but you want to know, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, because you're the type of person that I want to attract. Because as we get through these crazy times, it's going to be a blessing, because we're not only going to become very rich from it, but you're also going to be able to help other people. So the reason why you need food right now is because we're going to go through a famine. We're going to even go through it in America. So you can only imagine, since America does still run the world as far as the largest economy and the superpower of the military as of right now. All right. Before your thumbs start going crazy on the comment section, I want you to realize that when you are hungry, you lose your mind. That is what happens. You think irrationally, and that is not what we want during a market collapse. We want good people to have nutrients, be clear-minded and at peace, right? And trust me, I know as you're watching the market start to crash, and it's just gonna get a little interesting this summer. So watch these videos, but you're gonna start to see things start to change rapidly. And I want you to have nourishment in your bellies, but also nourishment in your mind. You want to be at peace. And so that's the most important thing that you could take away from all of this. Again, it's not only getting the information, it's getting it out. So we need people to share these videos. I'm going to start doing some more videos about the deflation that has already started. It's very hard for people to understand. But it's happening, and it's exciting, but it's also very scary. Even for someone like myself that knew about the dot-com bust and then the real estate crash beforehand. And I actually invested the right way. I bought bonds right before the dot-com burst. I did good. I sold all my real estate right before the crash of Lehman Brothers. I actually sold in like 2006 because the crash happened in mid-05. But even knowing all that, right, and I guess having bragging rights, you still sit there, and even today my mouth just dropped, going, whoa, how do not more people understand how these cycles work? And I'm getting to know more and more of you guys and hearing those. Like I had a subscriber, now it's become a friend, text me literally this morning and say, I never thought I'd be this excited to watch a crash happen. Why? Because he's prepared. I just heard of an awesome brew pub in Michigan that has been sharing these videos. Why? Because the owner of the brewery understands, hey, something's going on and I got to get ready, and they're getting their business ready. And I guarantee you one of these days I'm going to find out he owns the biggest brewery or brew pub in the state of Michigan, because that's what you do. You get prepared and not scared. And I think it's so important. So buy some food, and then remember the other people too. The people that roll their eyes and mock you, or they're called family. And I'd say friends, but really after a while, you start to learn, maybe I shouldn't be friends with these people. I need to go find smarter people. And that's okay too. So let's just say family, the rolling of the eyes and, you know, it's good to buy a little extra. And I always tell people, buy some long storage, spaghetti noodles and some sauce, and you'll have people's ears when you're feeding them. So just remember that, guys. Look, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you got something out of this. For all the new subscribers, welcome. I am this weird, trust me. And I use sarcasm a lot, only because it's the lowest form of humor. All right, guys, that being said, I hope you guys have an awesome day. Keep crushing. The Economic Ninja, it's hard to do that in a car, is out.